Hey guys, we're back for the reveal of the paint job. Not the roof though. The roof's a whole different deal. Uh, Speaking of the roof, we did put, let's go ahead and lift that up and look at the roof there. We did put two more quarts of primer on it, and it's really taken shape. But I still have a little dent there to pull out, and then we're going to paint it white. But that's all that's left on the body. We got the we got, I mean, take a look at this. Just walk around and look. The part I was worried about was right here, because this is a wrap and it actually is clear. The wrap went on square, so it came all the way up to here. So this paint is painted on to the wrap to make an exact match. I think it turned out pretty nice. Enamel is going to get better as it gets older. The more you clean it, get the roughness out of it. But that I may decide to take some 800 grit wet sand and go over it lightly and then buff it. If you want a real slick finish, that's the way to go. But would I do it again? I don't know. I have 7 cans on this, just this, all around. Would I use Rust-Oleum? Yeah, Rust-Oleum is pretty good paint. You can't touch it up after you paint it. If you do, it'll make the other paint bubble. So I can't paint my my stripe, my strip, or whatever you want to call it, yet. But like I said, would I do the spray cans? It's a lot of, yeah, it's a lot of work. But I mean, if you're the homeowner and you don't have equipment, I mean, I got a couple spray guns in there that are just phenomenal. So I would just buy the gallon of Rust-Oleum. It's like $54 for a whole gallon. I didn't know that when I painted my other van. I ordered it from eBay and it come in. It was about $300, but it's a urethane paint. I mean, it's indestructible. It's like what they use on the commercial stuff. But yeah, take a look around here. I mean, this van's taking shape. We're doing air conditioning on it today, but it's a shiny piece. Like I said, we redid that step over there. I'm gonna repaint this step. It's the other side's a little bit different, but I got plenty of paint. I'm using Rust-Oleum on that as well. The big thing that's going to cost me is a windshield. Windshield's like $400. So, but I mean, that wrap has been on there since 2002. Wow. Looks like somebody got into it with a shopping cart or something. I don't know if that will come out. It might, but I can't wash it with anything. Well, after you do a paint job, you can't wash it for a while without just nothing but water and a rag. But it's nice and slick. So there's a couple dry spots on it, but like I said, I have 5 coats of paint on this. That's why I use 7 cans. I like to put enough paint on it. But this, like I said, this here is what worried me all along when I had the whole idea of painting this. And I didn't even know if a body shop would take it on. That's why we did it ourselves. We just thought, I know the roof would have cost a couple grand because it was bad. It was real bad. And to get this looking like this, been another 1,000 easy, I'm sure. So I would have had to pay $3,000. Right now I have $200 in it, the whole thing, $200. The cheapest way to get your paint, if you're going to use the cans, go through Amazon, especially if you're a member. Then you get no shipping. You can get a 6-pack of paint cans for like $49 or $44, whatever it was. The primer was more expensive, and they're smaller cans. So that's why I went with these. Let me show you here. I went with this stuff recently on the roof. It's actually brushable. So right now I have thinner in there. I got a little bit of paint left in one, and the other one's thinner, so I can clean my brush. But I've already given it 2 coats of this on there, on top of the 6 or 7 cans of primer I did on it. I mean, the roof was just a nightmare. But to get it right, you got to really put it to it. And that's what we did. And I pulled the rubber off because it's getting a new windshield, because it's a big crack. And I found that over the years, this channel, which is your drain from the gutter right straight down, right, and then through here and then down, was packed. It was packed with goop. I don't know what else to say. Poop, goop, whatever. I mean, both sides, and it was nasty. But the rubber pulled right off, so if there's a problem getting the rubber, I'm gonna have that one cleaned up and ready to go. But I think they got new rubber where we're taking it to. Safe Light, that's where to go. I had them do one out here before on the property for my Chevy van, and it was several years back. I mean, it was like 20 years ago. But they come out, and in 30 minutes it was done. $200, brand new windshield. Wow, couldn't believe it. But I also got to do something with the black. The black is all, you know how they get. Like I say, the van is 22 years old, and it is sharp for 22 years old. Since we're showing you all that, come on around and I'll show you the inside real quick. And it has a 360 in it. I'm not sure if that's a whatchamacallit or not, but it get up and move. But I mean, it still looks new. I need to get it vacuumed, and there's this blind broke. I got to get it changed out. Little ago, I put a whole new entertainment center in, and evidently the button or something got broke inside it, so I got to pull it back down and see if I can make one of them. But I mean, I love it. So if you get your hands on one of these, I mean, they're usually in pretty good shape. Oh, also the paint. The paint matches the other paint pretty good, so I can take these little cans, clean up these edges wherever it needs it on this. I think that's mainly dirt there, but and you can touch them up. That's the beauty when you stay the same color. If I would have chose say a brown or something like that, that would look awful. Your door panels being white, and, you know. But anyway, like I said, right now I got $200 in it. I got probably 30, 40 hours work time in it, but that was mostly up there. But it's turned out pretty good. I'm gonna dig out my stud welder, and if you know what them are, it's like a gun, and you weld the studs in the dent, and then first you hit it with a little grinder, and then you weld the studs in the dent, and then you can take your slide hammer and put it on that stud. You know, in the old days, you drilled a hole in it, and Now they don't do that. You get on that stud and you pull it out that way, and then when you get it all like you want it, you just grind them studs off. And you got no holes. I got to find it. It's in there. I know it is. I found my paint guns and stuff, so I can find anything. I found my air conditioning stuff today, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Anyway, this step here, it's pretty nice now. I mean, you can build. Just get a project, do it. Even if you screw it up. I mean, I usually do things twice. That's my motto. None of us know how to do stuff. We all learning. And then when you learn, you show somebody else. And that's what this show's about. By the way, I really need you guys' help on the subscriptions. I probably ain't saying that word right. I never do. But we need a lot of help on that because we got to get it up and going. We're getting plenty of likes and we're getting plenty of traffic. I mean, we're putting videos out there and getting all kinds of views. 10,000 views and 15,000 views. But we need some subscriptions. And if you guys help me out, then I can get the channel moving better and we can do more stuff. Because I got a lot of ideas. But anyway, the channel's all about saving money. This right here, times are tough. People are losing everything. And from what I hear, a lot of repos on vehicles. Get you an old vehicle. Spend $200. Just clean it up and wet sand it and shoot it. And don't even spend money on the paper and all that. You can find that stuff everywhere, But yeah. And then, like I say, the beauty of the Rust-Oleum, you can always have a can and touch it up later, when you get a ding or whatever. You can't do that with your other car's paint, it's one-time deal. But anyway, love you guys. Cliff out.